Welcome to the English Talk Show. I'm Rex.
And I'm Melissa. Hello to everyone listening at home, on the bus, taking a walk, or making your morning coffee right now.
Oh, that is actually very fitting for today, Melissa, because today's story begins with coffee. Our episode is called One Small Act of Kindness.
I love this title because it's true. One small thing, something that costs almost nothing, can change an entire day for many people, not just one.
Exactly. And for our listeners learning English, welcome. Today, we'll tell a story together. We might pause on a word now and then, just the way friends talk.
Very naturally, no pressure. Okay, Rex, set the scene for us.
All right, 7:15, early morning. The city's waking up. Traffic humming, a street sweeper rolling down an empty block, fresh bread drifting from the corner bakery, pigeons walking the sidewalk like they own it.
Ha! They do own the street. Every city, same pigeons, same attitude.
They really do. On this Friday morning, there's a little cafe called the Morning Cup. Small, honest, and warm. Wooden tables, a chalkboard menu in slightly crooked handwriting, mismatched chairs, and the smell. Possibly the best smell in the city.
That deep, warm, roasted smell of fresh coffee? I want to be there right now.
Same. Inside is Daniel, about 35, gray jacket, a little tired but in a genuinely good mood. His usual, a medium black coffee, no sugar. He always orders the same thing and feels completely happy about it.
I respect that. Decisiveness is a gift.
It really is. Daniel is at the counter and notices the woman behind him. She looks exhausted, the kind of tired sleep can't fix. Heavy bag, hair a bit messy, staring at her phone with a completely blank expression.
Oh, I know that look so well. That I am running on absolutely zero look.
Exactly that look. And Daniel watches her order the cheapest coffee on the menu, then quietly open her wallet and count out the coins, slowly, carefully.
Oh, that detail, that little detail of counting the coins. That's so real. That's so human.
Right? And something moves in Daniel. Without thinking it over, he turns to the cashier, the person at the counter who takes your money, and says, "I'll get hers too." 4 words.
4 words. Just like that. And he doesn't wait for a reaction. He just pays, picks up his own coffee, and walks to a seat by the window.
He sits down, looks out at the street, and sips his coffee. No expectation, no need for thanks. He just did it because it felt right.
And that is the most beautiful part. No expectation. Okay, so what happens with the woman?
The cashier tells her the coffee has been paid for. The woman, Sophie, stops, blinks. Her eyes find Daniel by the window. He gives her one small nod, then looks back outside.
She probably didn't even know what to say. What do you say to that?
She said a quiet thank you to the room, but something shifted inside her. You could see it in how she walked out, a little straighter, shoulders back, holding her coffee with both hands like something precious.
She stood a little straighter. In English, standing straighter means feeling more confident, more dignified, more like yourself.
Exactly. And that warmth of being seen by a stranger stayed with her as she walked. Still tired, still a hard week behind her, but something had shifted.
Okay, I'm picking up the story. Sophie is walking, coffee in hand, feeling this unexpected warmth, and 2 blocks from the cafe, at the bottom of a staircase, struggling with bags, is an elderly man.
Oh no! Tell me about this man.
His name is Mr. George, late 70s, tall, white mustache, kind eyes behind round glasses, carrying 2 very full grocery bags, staring up at 15 steps like a personal enemy.
A personal enemy. I feel that. Those stairs are judging him.
They really are. On any other morning, Sophie might have walked straight past. She was running late, exhausted. But today she stops, crosses to him, and smiles. "Can I help you with those?"
Because of the coffee.
Because of the coffee. That warmth needed somewhere to go. Mr. George looks at her, a little surprised, the way people are when a stranger offers kindness, and says, "That would be very lovely, thank you, young lady."
That would be very lovely. What a gracious way to say yes, accepting help with such warmth and grace.
It really is, and gracious means kind, warm, polite. So they carry the bags up and talk. Sophie mentions a tough week. Mr. George says he's shopping for his granddaughter's birthday. She wants a cake with a ballerina on top.
A ballerina on top? That is very specific and very wonderful.
It is. Sophie laughs, genuinely, out loud, for the first time in days. They say goodbye at his door. Mr. George thanks her twice, and Sophie walks away feeling lighter than she has in a long time.
Lighter, when something heavy just lifts a little.
Exactly. Okay, Rex, back to you. What happens with Mr. George?
So Mr. George puts the bags inside, then comes back out and sits on the front step. The air is cool and soft. He feels genuinely good, not just for the help with the bags, but for the company, for being seen.
Connection. Sometimes people don't need practical help. They need connection. That feeling of mattering to someone, even briefly.
Beautifully said. So Mr. George is on his step when he notices a young man across the road holding a paper map, soft at the creases from too much folding, turning it upside down, then sideways.
A paper map! In this age of phones and GPS, someone is standing on the street with a paper map. I find that genuinely charming.
Charming and a little heartbreaking because this young man is completely lost. His name is Amir, a traveler far from home, first time in the city, walking in circles for half an hour and slowly losing hope.
Ugh, being lost in a city you don't know? That anxious feeling. I've been there.
Most of us have, and Mr. George recognizes that lost expression immediately. So he calls across the street, cheerfully, "Young man, do you need some help finding your way?"
Yes, just calls out. No hesitation.
Amir looks up and his face opens with relief. "Yes, please. I'm looking for the botanical garden." And Mr. George, 40 years in this neighborhood, walks him to the corner and gives him the most loving set of directions imaginable.
Oh, I love this. Tell me the directions.
"Go left," he says. "You'll see a blue mailbox. You can't miss it. Walk past the old clock tower. It chimes on the hour, so if you hear it, you're right on track. Then follow the stone path, and when you start to smell the roses, you're almost there."
When you start to smell the roses. No coordinates, no street numbers. Just follow the smell of roses.
He gives directions like a poet. And Amir, who was defeated and lost just minutes ago, shakes Mr. George's hand with both hands, says thank you 3 times, and bounces down the street.
Ha! Bounces. You can really picture it.
All right, Melissa, take Amir's next moment. I want to hear you tell this one.
Okay, I'm ready. Amir follows the blue mailbox, hears the clock tower chiming, walks the stone path, and smells the roses before he even sees the gate. The city doesn't feel so big anymore.
One kind person made a whole city feel less scary.
Exactly. So Amir is walking through the botanical garden. Gorgeous, full of color, sunlight through tall trees, when he hears a small sound, a child crying. Not loudly, the soft kind that is somehow even sadder.
A child crying is it cuts right through you every time.
It really does. Amir looks and sees her, a little girl in a yellow dress, looking up at the sky. Floating away up into the wide blue is a bright red balloon. It had slipped right out of her fingers.
Oh no, the balloon. That image, the red against the blue sky, getting smaller and smaller.
The little girl is watching it go, completely crushed. Amir crouches down beside her, getting to her level, and says gently, "Hey, did you know that balloons have a very special job?"
Oh, I love where this is going.
The girl sniffles and looks at him. He says, "When a balloon flies to the clouds, it carries a secret wish. So, what would you like to wish for?" And she thinks very seriously, face scrunched up in full concentration.
And what does she wish for?
She says, very quietly and very seriously, "I wish for my grandma to feel better." And Amir smiles, not a big dramatic smile, just a warm, quiet, genuine one. He says, "Then it's already on its way."
That is gonna make me emotional every single time I hear it.
Same. And the little girl, her name is Lily, looks back up at that tiny red dot disappearing into the blue, and then smiles, a wide, full, toothy smile that takes over her whole face.
Okay, I'm taking the next part. Lily runs back to her mother on a nearby bench. Clara, early 30s, warm brown eyes, but something a little heavy about her today. A quiet sadness she's been carrying for a while.
We all carry those sometimes. Quiet things we don't quite know how to say.
So Lily comes running, full speed, arms wide, enormous smile. Clara catches her, hugs her tight, asks what happened, and Lily says proudly, "A nice man helped my balloon fly away with a wish for Grandma."
Ha! That is going to confuse and delight Clara in equal measure.
It absolutely does. Clara looks at her daughter's glowing face and laughs, a real, full laugh that comes from somewhere deep. And in that moment, a name comes into her mind, an old friend named Diane.
Tell me about Diane.
Diane is her oldest friend. They met in college and told each other everything. But life got busy. Calls faded, then stopped. Not out of anger, just drift.
Drift. A true word for how friendships fade. You don't fight, you just drift, slowly, and suddenly a year has passed.
Perfectly put. So Clara, right there on that bench, Lily, drawing shapes in the grass beside her, takes out her phone, stares at Diane's name for a moment, and presses call.
She does it. She makes the call.
2 rings. Diane picks up. Surprise, then warmth. "Clara!" And Clara says, "I know it's been forever. I'm sorry. I was thinking about you." That's all it takes. They talk for 45 minutes, catching up on everything.
And by the end of the call, do they make plans?
By the end, dinner plans for the following Thursday. Clara hangs up and looks at the sky, the same sky the balloon disappeared into, and she feels it, that specific warmth of reconnection.
Born from a child's smile, from a kind word about a balloon, from a lost traveler who crouched down to be at a little girl's level.
Born from an old man who walked a stranger to a corner and gave directions by the smell of roses.
Born from a tired young woman who carried grocery bags up a flight of stairs.
Born from a man who said 4 words to a cashier on a Friday morning.
And now we go back to him, back to Daniel. Tell me where he is now, Rex.
Daniel, evening now, that golden amber light before sunset. He's home, at the window, watching the street. People walking, a dog, a cyclist, the ordinary poetry of a city at dusk.
And he has no idea. He doesn't know about Sophie or Mr. George or Amir or Lily or Clara and Diane's phone call.
None of it. A regular Friday. Work, Emails, lunch, train home, nothing remarkable. And yet, by his window, as the amber light fades, he feels good. Quietly, deeply good. Nothing he can name.
And yet,
And yet there is a warmth in his chest, a quiet happiness with no name. He smiles, sips his evening tea. Down on the street, all those invisible threads, all those moments of kindness traveling forward, unseen.
he started a whole chain of kindness. 5 lives touched, and he sits there completely unaware, smiling for a reason he can't explain. My favorite ending to any story.
It gets me every time. Nobody did anything heroic. Nobody ran into a burning building. They just paid attention. They noticed each other. In a busy city, on a busy day, they looked up and saw someone else.
That's it. That's the whole thing. They noticed, and they acted on it, even when they were tired, even when running late, even when carrying their own problems.
And the kindness traveled, person to person, across an entire day, from one cup of coffee paid for in 4 quiet words, all the way to an old friendship rebuilt. We never know how far it reaches.
In English, there's a phrase, pay it forward. When someone does something kind for you, instead of repaying them, you do something kind for the next person. Keep the kindness moving.
Pay it forward. Daniel, Sophie, Mr. George, Amir, Lily, Clara, Diane. Every one of them was paying it forward without planning to, just naturally, because kindness moves.
It moves, and it multiplies. One act of kindness doesn't stay as one act. It becomes 2, 3, 5, more, in ways we never get to see.
And maybe that's enough. Maybe we just need to be one link in the chain. Any link at all.
To our listeners, thank you for being here today. We hope this story leaves you a little warmer, a little lighter, like Sophie, standing just a little straighter.
And maybe it inspires one small act today. It doesn't have to be big, just something. A word, a smile, 4 words to a cashier. You never know where it goes from there.
We'll be back next week with another episode. Until then, keep listening, keep learning, and keep being kind.
Take care of each other. Goodbye for now, everyone.
Bye, everyone. See you next